Hi, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and in this video we're going to talk about Lenormand. Now, Lenormand is a reading system. It's a divination system. You use 36 cards. There are always 36 cards. Actually, some people put more in. I don't know why, but the 36 is the original. They want to add to it. We always like to have a little bit of flavouring. There are 36 cards, but you'll get usually 2 women. There's a card here for a woman. Where is it? 28. There's a card here for a woman. A man is 28 and the woman is 29. So you'll have 36 cards and you place them in a certain reading, a certain way of reading them to get answers. And it's a divination system. Now that's the deck I use. It's called the Dreaming Way Lenormand. I'll pop that to one side while I just show you the cards and then go through the meaning. So the Cavalier, as you can see, this is like French Renaissance area. You can see you've got a cavalier here on his, you've got the name of the cavalier, the name of the card rather than the number. You've got a little poem that you would read and also a traditional playing card. So these were really used, shuffled and used as a game of hope as well. There's quite a lot of history that goes with these, and they always ended up, it was like you'd throw the dice and then move around a position. That was one of the games that was used. So there are various games that are used to give you this divination method. These days we've got the 36 cards and we use set spreads. Now you do like 5 cards. You always read them as pairs. Shall I show you rather than get confusing? So you've got the Cavalier. Now the Cavalier will bring news. If you think back to those times, if a Cavalier rode towards a house, pretty much you've got news with him. So there was news or a visitor coming. The Clover is about luck. The Ship is about travel. The House is about your home. The Tree is about growth or education or health. The clouds are troubles. If you think about a cloud overhead, or when you've got a cloud, when somebody has a cloud hanging over them. The Snake is deception, betrayal, sneaky snake. Coffin is endings. Flowers is happiness. Scythe is cutting, sudden, sharp. Birch, this we call this the whip in some, so it's called the birch rod, but it's a whip. This is arguments, disagreements. The birds are chattering, they're social, gossip, that sort of thing, but talk, communication. And the child is either a child or it is something that's new. The fox, now people tend to use the fox sometimes these days because obviously we modernize things, that this is rather than something that's cunning. This is also a 9-to-5 job. The bear, if you think about the bear as strong and powerful, this can be the mother figure or a boss, but it's somebody who is very strong. So there's a great strength with this. The stars are about guidance, so your direction. Storks bring change. So this is the card of change. Dogs are loyalty, friendship. The Tower, now this can be isolation, so it depends how it's read. Isolation, but it's also about things that have been around a long time. If you think about how long it took to build this clock tower and how long it's been there, it's about things that are well established. Gardens, now if you think back to the times when these cards were introduced into society, you would socially gather in a beautiful garden and walk around. So this is the meaning of social gatherings. Getting together. Mountains are obstacles, crossroads are decisions. Some people, they call that the ways as well. It's got another name, but it's the same thing. Mice are little bits of stress, gnawing away. Just a bit of bother, and it's very short term. Heart is love. Ring is commitment. The book is, now this can be private. It can be something that's closed book, or it can be education. Letter is communication, so it's either email, phone. It's just a communication, but an actual piece of communication. Gentleman, you've got 2, so you can choose whether to do an older gentleman or a younger gentleman if you're doing a reading as significators. Same with the lady. Lilies are traditional, family. Traditional is the one I always seem to use. Sun is success. Moon is fame, recognition. So you're seen. Key is the answer or the key to something. Fish. This is the card of, this is the one we want to see. This is the monetary success. Lots, plenty of fish. Think of plenty of fish in the sea, that sort of thing. The anchor is roots, your stability. If you think about when you drop your anchor at sea. And the cross is about sufferance. So this is a burden. If you think about what it's like to carry the cross. So those are the cards and those are what they mean. Now you read them in pairs, and I'm going to show you this through, I'll show you how to read them now. If I pop that to one side. I don't use the bluebird anymore because I really like these. It's just a personal thing. There are lots of, another deck I used to use was the, I won't tell you that because I haven't got them with me, but it was the Caitlin Matthews Enchanted Lenormand. I really like that deck. Very small cards. You get big cards, small cards. The Thelema I used a lot as well. That's a bigger card. Also the Gilded Reverie. That was a bigger card. How naughty am I? What I might do is flash up the cards actually during this video, if I remember, so I can show you which ones they were. Right, okay. So I'm going to do a good shuffle. There's only 36 cards. They're ever so easy to learn. They're brutally honest. We like that. Sometimes just an answer is all you want. Now, what's that? This is the moons. This is about recognition. Okay, so some people read them as adjectives. So let's choose a subject. Let's choose. I'm going to have to choose a partner, aren't I? Because that's the thing. That's what everybody seems to want to know about love. If I can find the heart. Where's the heart? So you go through the pack. You pull out. Oh, we are right at the last one. So this person, say her name is Janet. She wants to know about her love life. Now, you can't just do a question loosely like that. You have to be really, really like very direct with the Lenormand. Okay, so will she find love with this man John? So what's her relationship or her love prospects with this man John? So we do 2 cards before and 2 cards following, and you read the 2 as a pair. So this is the noun, which is the news, and this is the adjective. So it's plentiful news. There's been lots of communication between the 2 of them. And then that's the noun, and this is the adjective. Now, we were asked, didn't we, was there a possibility of a union between the 2 of them? It looks like there's some disagreeable answers. So it's a disagreeable answer, a conflicting answer. I don't think, as if you would read this, it's not going to be straightforward. There's going to be some disagreements. That's the adjective and that's the solution, the noun. So it's an answer, but it's going to be disruptive. So I would say to that it's not going to be plain sailing. It's not going to be straightforward. It's not like she's just going to, there's not the ring here. There's not like a definite answer. So I would say not right now. It looks as if there's going to be some problematic, something problematic that's just going to crop up in the future there. So as I said, they're brutally honest, you see. They don't tend to mince their words. So you read the 2 together. One is the adjective and the other is the noun. Now, the other thing we do is we do, right, okay, I want to know about the same situation. And then I'm going to do what's called a box. So I'm going to put, there's a heart of the matter. Ha ha. This is the past. 3 cards. This is the present. I'm not liking her chances really, are you? Let's see what the future's. And this is the future. The last card is always the answer. And we take a while to get there. So you have to be, when you're reading the Lenormand for someone else, you just mustn't speak until you've really got your head around what these cards all mean and where it's going. Because the long and short of it is that we've got a little bit of sufferance in here. There's suffering, you see. I can't get them all on the screen. There we are. So we've ended up with the cross, which is not a great. It's probably the least favourite card of mine in the deck. So I would say to her, right, okay, there was a sudden, you found out something new, happiness. So you've got happiness, discovery or education, and sudden. So it would suggest here that they suddenly met. You know, it was very sudden, very cutting. It was quite sharp. It was immediate, very sudden. Sudden learning, happiness. So it was, that's how you read them together. And that means, so suddenly she met him and, she, you know, there was almost like an instant happiness. How about that? It quite shocked her, I would suggest. Almost accidental. But here she's feeling quite lonely and a little bit stressed about this situation. You see, it's not without its problem. Because remember I said the tower is either isolation. So we look as if we've got a bit of isolation here and there's plenty of stress about it. So it's quite foreboding. And in the future here, there's plenty of decisions. So she needs to make a decision about how she's going to continue the relationship and the friendship. Because it's causing her a little bit of sufferance. Now, if you think of the reading that we had before, it looked like there were some disagreements here. So I would say that her friendship will suffer. You know, so maybe this is somebody that she's known for a while and actually she needs to make a decision because the friendship will suffer. The word here is suffer. You see, and that's how you do it. Now, these are the things. Then you read it like this. Instant love, and then there's a bit of a burdensome thing there. Then you can read it like this way where you go, right, this is a situation. So she's learnt that the love is a friendship. So she's learnt that there's friendship here. And then you've got what she's not aware, what she is aware of. She's aware of the fact that it was sudden. She's kind of cut herself off and she needs to make a decision. So she's aware of the fact that there's a decision. What she's not aware of, because it's under the radar, is the fact that the happiness is quite stressful. And it does lead to this, she will suffer for it. So that's kind of how we read the Lenormand. So you do 9. Another way you can do it, let's stick to this poor woman and her poor love life. Okay, so you've got there. And now what you do is you say, okay, we can read it like a book. So if we pop her up there, and then you do, I don't know what this is called about, actually. Somebody showed it to me recently. I can't remember what she called it. It's like a book. Is that right? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. You like fold it up. So these two. So the communication has ended here. These two, there's a bit of deception with regards to growth. So there's, you know, deception around the growth. It doesn't seem like they're being honest with each other. But look, there's the commitment there. So it looks at initially there was security, stability and commitment. Then she learned about something that was deceptive. And then she's talking about ending it. Can you see how the Lenormand work? So I really do like them. I like to do this. So if I want to know how something's going on, I will literally ask the question. I'll do the 5 cards. I'll throw them around everywhere as well. Sometimes I'll just not know and I'll say, right, okay. Is there anything you'd like me to be aware of today? Remember, it's a divination card, so it's not going to gently guide you or give you any coaching. It's just going to go bang. Anything you would like me to know about today? I'll go for the centre of the matter. Oh, I got a little bit of trouble there, look. I have had a bit of a troublesome day, actually. Oh, so yesterday was very successful and I did a lot of things. I mean, it was an adventurous, fun day. So we had an adventure. It was fun. Today is a bit problematic. So this is about a closed book, so it's private and plenty. So this is quite interesting because in this situation, I would read the noun as money. So that's plenty of money. So today, and then it's hidden. I don't understand that. So it would be like, I don't like money that's hidden, do you? So where's it gone? Where has it gone? So I would read this because I've said about what is it today, and they would just say, okay, so hide your money, or be interesting to see. I would be quite cautious about my money if I got this kind of reading. I have to say, for transparency, it's quite late in the day, so there isn't much time left to the day, and I have overspent. So this is a common theme for me. So, so there is a problem here, and just to be careful, be cautious, because Secret cash. I'd have to really ponder on that. And knowing me, I'd do this. Okay, so happy. So it looks as if there's money coming in. I wonder if I find out later on that I've got like a secret unseen. The door's open, isn't there, on this one? I will find out, I think, that there's some money here. There's good news. I'll find out some money. Shall I let you know? If I remember, I will. But it has been quite confusing. It's been quite a confusing day. I've had an awful lot to do. I don't know that I've progressed particularly well with certain things, but work-wise, I mean, because I'm a workaholic. So that's the Lenormand. I hope that you've enjoyed that and found that really useful. I can't really add to it. I'm not an expert Lenormand. I haven't been doing it forever and ever. Tarot's my thing. But I have really enjoyed the Lenormand because there are times when I really don't want coaching with the tarot. I want to know instantly, is this going to work? Yes or no? Should I take this, make this decision? What would be the implications? But you just have to be really clear about your question. I hope that that's helped. I hope you've enjoyed it. And that was the Lenormand. That's my Dreaming Way Lenormand. And these are the Bluebird. Okay, so that's it. Thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.